Speak with me today, my friends.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I wanted to ask you, how long did it take to put the material together for the album?
Uh, and it took about probably around 2.5 years.
Uh, I wanted to ask you, we got to speak on the title track. I wanted to ask you, did the title track come before or after the name for the album?
Uh, what do you mean by that?
Was the album a working title before the song was written?
No, I think we came up with the album title, and then we decided to write a song, just based on because we came up with the title and like the theme for the album, first, and then we decided to write a song, a title track.
And it's a killer title track. I wanted to ask if you could speak on it.
Yeah, I mean it's the price you pay. It's kind of like a vague subject matter, but it's basically just like for like if they're like if you're like trying to like pursue like what you like really really want, there's prices that you're gonna pay, and it's that simple, really. But I none of the lyrics are like on like Spotify yet, so they're still uploading. So, but it's not like too direct, like lyrically. So it's kind of open for like interpretation in that aspect. And yeah, it's kind of just like an attitude type thing,
Yes. And I wanted to ask you as well about Second Chance, and if it had an importance to you personally, where there was a moment where you was given a second chance to do things on a different level.
Yeah, not like in a life or death situation. That's kind of what the song's about too. But yeah, that's a second chance at like life, and that's kind of like the concept behind that. It's kind of like it's actually the lyrical like matter though it's actually more like war related. So that's kind of what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's more of a war song. So no, me personally, I have not had any knock on wood life or death situations. So that song's not about me in particular, but but yeah, it's that song's more of a war song. Just it's a second chance at life, really. Surviving any given crazy kind of interaction. Particularly about war in a war situation.
I wanted to ask you as well, the album artwork is very immersive with the album, and I think it goes well with the theme of the album. I wanted to ask if you could speak on the artist that was involved.
Yeah, well, we got him on Fiverr, but his name is thehorror.ai. He's on Instagram, but so he uses AI to do the artwork. But yeah, we're pretty happy with how that turned out. Actually, looks pretty cool.
Absolutely, I think it goes perfect with the album and the themes on the album.
Yeah, totally. The concept of like the sculling and the sand and stuff like that. That yeah, I mean, he used AI to to design it, but we already had that as like an idea for a long time. Yeah, Cameron and I. So Cameron and I are brothers, and he plays the drums, and I play guitar, and we came up with that quite a while ago, towards like the beginning of like the writing process. We already kind of had a like an idea of what the artwork was going to look like. So yeah, it's a pretty like war sort of. Not all the songs on the album are about war, but it's a war, type of artwork.
Yeah, it's definitely an underlying theme throughout.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, what's the next step for you? Will you guys take to the road?
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. Yeah, so we're hopefully going to be setting up a tour in the really near future, just like next couple of months, hopefully. So we're hopefully, I mean, we're just just trying to go out there and just play as many fucking shows as possible.
Right.
Just try to get exposure and play our songs live. And so we're hoping to set up like a couple months of a tour at least. None of that's solidified or anything yet, but yeah. So yeah, we're planning on going out on the road for hopefully a couple months here, pretty soon.
And you spoke of this as a project with your brother. I wanted to ask you, at what point did you guys decide to make this a reality?
A long time ago. A long time ago. I've been playing guitar since I was 13. So I'm 26. And yeah, I mean, it was, I always wanted to do this. So we're glad that that we were able to put something together, and we plan on putting many more things together. This is just our first album, but we plan on having many more. And so, I mean, we've been playing together for a long time. About, I think together we've been playing for probably around 10 years. Yeah, probably about, and just jamming together. So yeah, I've been playing guitar for 13, but together as a band, like we just started playing together, probably about 10 years ago. So yeah, we just fucking played like cover songs and stuff like that for a long time. And basically just knew that if we, wanted to do anything with this, we're going to have to write our own songs. So.
And it's very obvious that you have a definite Megadeth sound. I wanted to know, how much of an impact were they to your style?
Oh, I mean, probably a lot. Yeah, I mean, I love Megadeth. I like a lot of other bands too. I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's elements of Megadeth. I would say it's. I mean, I've been listening to Megadeth for a lot of years, so they were probably my biggest influence growing up, and just as an inspiration for like just the guitar style. I think it's probably they're one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm a Megadeth fan.
And I always said that Dave Mustaine was. I always considered him what I called the riff master. The guy always came up with such amazing riffs, and I see that in a reflection in your style.
Cool. Yeah. No, I would absolutely say. I mean, yeah. He's definitely the master.
I wanted to ask you, as far as your musical development, you said you had started 13 years ago. I wanted to ask you, as far as your development, did you have a teaching of your own, or you developed your own style completely upon yourself?
Yeah, never took lessons. So yeah, I totally just, just learned by playing other people's songs, really. That's, just practice. There was a lot of practice involved with, I don't really practice as much as I used to, but but I used to practice a lot. And no, I never took lessons, so I'm all self-taught. Yeah.
And speaking on them terms, one of the things, as I said before, that I appreciate you about your style is you come up with some very unique riffs. I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you, what was the point where you got to as a guitar player in developing your own personal style?
Well, that just kind of happens. I think it just over the years. I mean, and then it really started to like shine when we were like forcing ourselves to like start writing stuff. And you don't want to sound like anybody else.
Sure.
You want to really like try to not.
Right.
So I mean,
And I think that's something that really speaks true with your style is if like upon your next release, I would know your style and hearing it that it was you. And that's something very few guitarists can do. There's that's what separates to me the men from the boys as far as playing guitar. And that's what I appreciate in your style. And that's why I definitely wanted to speak to you when I heard this album, because I'm like, man, this guy is pulling off riffs that I have not heard before, and they sound so original and so crisp.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to like mash up all my influences in one, you know what I mean?
And I wanted to ask you, along your musical journey, what do you feel has been the best advice that has been given to you along the way?
Well, I would just, there's, it's a weird thing to pursue, so, it really is, because there's no like certainty of like, this is gonna work. I mean, unless you like, really like, believe in it. And if you really like just believe in it and you're totally passionate about it, then it'll work. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any like one thing that someone's told me that you know um, really stuck with me or anything like that, but just yeah, I just always just remember it's just like, you gotta keep going.
Sure.
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing at some points if you really want to do it. It's definitely crazy, but yeah, if you really love it, you just keep doing it.
I wanted to ask you as well, getting back to your style. I wanted to ask you, do
Yeah.
you have a go-to set of equipment that you use on a regular basis?
Yeah. My gear it's pretty limited. So it's not like a really complicated. I use Marshall amps. I have a Marshall. Uh, uh, it's a half stack, so I think it's a 412, 412H. So, yeah. So I use a Marshall for that, and then I use a Jackson B. It's as simple as that. It really is. Yeah, I'm not really like a gear nerd or anything like that.
And when you're not working on music, are there any hobbies that you enjoy in your spare time that take you away from music and get you back to your creative process?
Uh, yeah. Drinking beer is one of them. uh, so that goes with it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just I like going out and just getting out of the house,
Right.
going on a bike ride or just going to a restaurant or something. Um, yeah, pretty simple stuff. It's normal stuff. If I'm not feeling like playing guitar, yeah, go get a beer or something.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask you as well. Of course, one of the most important things I want to know is what's the best way to get a physical copy of the album and any merchandise that you have?
From our website, hardpointhq.com. We have some T-shirts and albums are available now too.
Lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans, my friend, what would that message be?
Well, I hope you like what we're doing.
I definitely do. I loved the album from top to bottom. I loved your playing on the album,
Thank
and
you.
it definitely won me to contact you right away once I heard the album fully. And
Yeah.
I think you're doing great things, my friend. And I'm looking forward to the next one. I hope
Yeah.
you'll please keep me updated on any new things as they come about, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully kick off like a tour here pretty soon, and then will be our goal, which is looking pretty good at this point, is to have another album come out in around a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be so yeah, we'll probably have another album coming out in about a year from now.
I want to thank you, my friend, for taking time to speak with me. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem, man.
You take care, my friend. You have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too.
Cheers.
All right, see ya.